This morning, the Sandy Hook Elementary School was full of kids concerned about Christmas. And then at 9:40 a.m., shots rang out.
All units, the individual that I have on the phone is continuing to hear what he believes to be gunfire.
Inside, little kids are under attack.
We heard all this racket at our classroom.
Horrible things are happening.
A photographer and editor for a local Connecticut newspaper, Shannon Hicks, was among several photographers on scene after the shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School. However, she did not know exactly what she had stumbled upon. Hicks said, "We did not know what had happened inside Sandy Hook Elementary School. At that time, we at the Newtown B thought a domestic incident was playing out inside the building. We only knew that someone had been shot in the foot. No other confirmed information was available for a few hours."
It's believed at this hour, and it's been confirmed to ABC News by state police there in Connecticut, that 2 shooters were initially believed involved in the mass shooting. One of those shooters now dead. What's not been confirmed is whether or not that gunman took his own life or whether or not there was something that ensued after authorities began arriving at the scene. And now the big question will be, is there in fact that second shooter, and where is that second shooter? There have been searches that have unfolded throughout the afternoon. Car to car, with authorities there armed. As you can see, they're heavily armed, many of them carrying their automatic weapons to try to find out really what unfolded here today. Can you imagine being a parent of a little child who saw this scene that you're looking at right now? Just teams of authorities coming in holding guns. It's the kind of thing that you typically see in a television drama. And now these children will be asking their parents about the reality of what unfolded there at their elementary school today.
When I photographed the children and faculty being evacuated, I did not know that some of them had just walked past the bodies of their principal and possibly past classrooms where fellow students and teachers had been killed.
I heard what sounded like a popping sound. Then some noises coming over the loudspeaker. Sounded like weeping noises. And really wasn't sure what was going on at that point, and then realized that we were in some sort of a situation. So I gathered my class over to my coat closet area, which is what we practice in our lockdown, and had them sit on the floor. I immediately locked the classroom door. As I was doing this, I was reassuring them, it's okay, everything's fine, we'll be okay. We were able to hold it together. They were amazing. They were quiet when I needed them to be, and they held each other. And they were perfect.
First they'll be typical kids, you know, being silly or fighting, and then all of a sudden my daughter will get serious. Last night was tough. She was in bed and she kept saying, "I can't get it out of my head." She was saying that this morning. She goes, "I can't get it out of my mind." When she was leaving the school, she had seen some bodies on the floor. She didn't know where my son was, so she just kept crying, "Where's Devin?"
How do you deal with the fact that at that age, your child has been robbed of so much of her innocence by seeing something like that?
This just has to become part of who they are, because they're going to live with it for their entire lives.
We've endured too many of these tragedies in the past few years. We can't accept events like this as routine. Are we really prepared to say that we're powerless?